How's it going, everybody? Today I'm going to talk about several symptoms that are invisible in ME and CFS. I did another video and talked about things that were visible. So now I'm going to talk about some things that people may not see. Family members may not notice it, and a lot of people that have ME, CFS may not want to talk about it, but they're there. So there's a lot, so I'm not going to name all of them. So please leave in the comments what symptoms you have that I did not mention, because I know there's going to be a lot. But I'm going to talk about some that are prevalent with me and some of the people that I've spoken to with ME and CFS. So in no particular order. Number one, I'll get the most obvious one out of the way. That's fatigue. It's obviously invisible. I guess you could see someone struggling, but fatigue is obviously probably the most common invisible symptom that people with ME and CFS have. Number two, that would be brain fog. Brain fog, for some, actually is worse than the fatigue. There's a lot of people with brain fog that can no longer function because it's so prevalent and so severe. I would say brain fog is one that people with ME and CFS feel and notice a lot, and people around them say, "Oh, you seem fine," or "You don't have brain fog," or "You seem okay," but they're dealing with a lot. And then sometimes it gets so severe that people around them may notice because they're just not functioning well at all. Number three, stomach problems like IBS and other stomach problems like IBS-C or IBS-D is something that a lot of people may not see, may not notice, but it's something that a lot of people with ME and CFS deal with on a daily basis. It could be debilitating. One of the worst symptoms, I think, out of this terribly complex and severe illness. Number four, and this is really common for me, and I don't know if it's as common with other people, but it's swollen glands. I get swollen glands all the time. They can be painful. They can make the facial areas swell around here. Other parts of the body become very tender. That's very common for me, and can be a sign that a flare is on the way, at least for me. So that's been pretty common for me. Number five would be pain, muscle issues. So just general pain, tightness, stiff neck, lower back pain. All of these things can also be very debilitating. And it's something that people just don't see. You could be talking to someone with ME, CFS, and be assuming that they feel fine, and they're not. They could be dealing with all these things at once, or maybe just a couple of these symptoms. But imagine dealing with all five of these. If you don't have ME and CFS, imagine dealing with all five of these things that I just listed on a daily basis. And most people with ME don't talk about it. They just get on with it. They know that most people don't understand the severity. It's hard to articulate, hard to explain. Unless you have ME, CFS, it's hard to understand. Even if you're willing and trying to understand, it can be pretty tough. It's hard to explain to someone what brain fog is and how it affects your life. And the same with fatigue. If you tell people you have fatigue, they go, "Oh, I've been tired too." But this isn't being tired. I mean, the fatigue that people have with ME and CFS is severe and debilitating. It's not something you can just kind of work through. You're completely wiped out. Pain is another thing. How do you tell people, like, this hurts a lot? And then people go, "Yeah, my back hurts too." It's hard to express to other people how serious these symptoms can be, but they're extremely serious and has put a lot of people out of the workforce. So I know there's a lot out there that people, a lot of symptoms out there that people have that are invisible. So please leave in the comments what they are. I'm curious to see if you guys have any unique ones, like my swollen glands, or maybe some I haven't heard. So those are just five invisible symptoms of many that people with ME and CFS have. Until next time, take care.